Welcome to Play It by Tier, a series created by the Switch Clicks. In this series, we review a variety of games, movies, and other media, and we will be placing these onto a tier list at the end of each episode. In this episode, I'm going to be reviewing the Nintendo Switch remakes of Pokemon Yellow, also known as Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Now, hold on a second. I thought I said I wasn't a Pokemon fan. To be fair, my first ever Pokemon game was Fire Red, so I guess I sorta count as a fan to an extent. Tyler did the Gen 4 remakes and Dakota did Pokken Tournament, so I figured maybe I should do the remake that pretty much split the fans. Personally, I never actually had a problem playing Let's Go, and part of it comes from how refreshed this whole game looks and feels. Sure, this is probably the 6th time everyone has gotten to revisit the region of Kanto, but it keeps getting better and better. The art style they used was the modern Pokemon art style, and it just looks amazing for this remake. This sets a level of standards that I want to see for future remakes. Don't get me wrong, the Gen 4 remakes going chibi was fine, but it pretty much abandons the whole point of a remake, which is to bring the modern formula and style into an older game, not play identical to it. Gameplay, speaking of which, surprisingly is the highlight for me in this game. It's a bit of everything from previous Pokemon games, whether it's the Mega Evolutions or the Z moves or catching Pokemon in the style of Pokemon Go. It's a taste of Pokemon. Enough that you would get a feel of every game, but not enough that it would overwhelm you. You also get to take care of Eevee or Pikachu depending on which game you buy, but it's more or less a improved mechanic from previous games. These overall gameplay mechanics is what split the fans, because some of the hardcore fans were disappointed. This was the first mainstream Pokemon game to abandon the National Dex, and was certainly the first mainstream Pokemon game to revamp the main formula. I'll get nitpicky and say that the controls are unnecessarily restricted. You'll only understand this when you play it, but basically, the way that the controls are designed, think that you'd be able to use a Pro Controller or just relax with 2 Joy-Cons on the couch, but nah. You either have to play it in a gimmicky way, or play it in the way that you'd want to, which is on handheld, with a full controller layout. Now, this isn't the only Switch game where I forced myself to play strictly in handheld mode, because I hated the TV controls, but this was definitely my first one. As an entry-level game to the Pokemon franchise, this is probably the best option to go with. You're more or less going to get a good understanding of every type of gameplay element you can encounter in various Pokemon games, but it's not going to overwhelm you. However, if you're a Pokemon fan, consider this to be a simple nostalgia trip, not a game you'd play seriously. I'm going to rank this game a C. It's not bad enough to hit a rank D because it's simplistic enough to teach you everything, but there are still some aspects of this game that aren't great either.